So, Mason, you have a plan?
Actually, Elvis, I don't.
You're gonna look awfully stupid, Mason.
Shut up, Lowry. I don't have a plan right now. That doesn't mean I'm not gonna have one in 30 seconds.
Alright, I'm just saying, you threatened to pour coconut milk into Alfonso's eyes, and you didn't do it. Alfonso seems like the kind of guy to remember those types of mistakes.
Alright, fine. Paul, I climb up a tree and I gather a bunch of coconuts.
Okay, you get an armful of coconuts.
You really need me to do this, Lowry?
It's honestly not for my benefit. It's for you.
Well, don't act like you're not gonna enjoy it.
I will enjoy it. But I'll also enjoy when Alfonso lays into you for not torturing him correctly, so it's whatever.
Okay, Paul. I go back in the jail cell with my coconuts. Hey, Alfonso, I forgot something.
He perks up and says, what is it now?
Remember when I promised to torture you with coconut milk?
Yes? That was 3 days ago. Is that how long it takes to get things done around here? It took you 3 days just to gather up coconuts? We'll set them on the table. I'll see you again for the torture in 3 days.
Elvis, Lowry, hold him down.
Hey, Mr. Alfonso, could I ask you a favor? Elvis, was it? Before or after the torture? Well, I was wondering, it seems like you have a lot of experience. Could you give me a few pointers on how to torture you better while I'm doing it? Really? You want me to teach you how to torture me?
Elvis, shut up. We know how to torture people.
Evidently not. What are you gonna do, crack those open over my head? Stupid.
It's not stupid, Alfonso. You're gonna suffer and you're gonna hate it.
If you knew what you were doing, you'd get a wash tub and crack the coconuts over it one at a time. Maybe throw in a little seawater to save yourself some effort. I know this is gonna take forever. And then waterboard me with it.
You know what? Throw the coconuts down. You know what? You make torture not a lot of fun, okay? Some of us only torture people for a hobby. We're not expert torturers who just torture everyone in the room with us all the time.
Oh, come on, Mason, we try.
Yeah, but not as hard as Alfonso. Try hard.
Honestly, it just comes naturally to me.
Well, you know what? I don't even want to torture you anymore. Just stay in here by yourself with your stupid chinchilla cat. I barge out.
Joke's on you! I don't know if you noticed, but I don't get on with people anyway. I prefer to be alone.
Slam the door.
So, about your plan. The torture was just making a point, but a plan would be good.
Yeah, okay. So, you know what? We're gonna figure out this cursed necklace without Alfonso.
That's really more of a mission statement than a plan.
I know it's a mission statement, Lowry. You have to preface a plan with a mission statement, or else how are you and Elvis gonna know what I'm trying to achieve?
Okay, then what's the functional main body of your plan?
Well, let's find out how it kills people.
Yeah, I sense there's gonna be a problem experimenting with that. I think we've lost enough people we can't man the sloop, right?
Elvis, that's a long-term problem. The short-term problem is that this necklace kills people.
Right, and since you have the necklace, it's gonna kill you.
Toss the necklace to Lowry, and now you have it.
Don't catch the necklace. The necklace bounces off of Lowry and falls on the beach. Mason, even if that had worked, I'd still have a problem with the plan. Actually, more of a problem. What if we put the necklace on a lemur?
Wait.
If it only kills one person every 3 days, if we catch enough lemurs, then we could get weeks of time to figure this out. Or until food on the island runs out.
Well, that's assuming it kills lemurs. If it doesn't, it goes for whoever had the necklace last. I'm still in a lot of danger.
Maybe we should ask Alfonso if he's tried putting the necklace on animals.
The only reason I'm going to go back in there and talk to that guy is to stuff lemurs down his throat. No, Elvis, our lemur expert is Leland. Leland is going to help us catch every lemur on the island.
He's crazy and probably doesn't really know anything about lemurs.
Shut up, Lowry. This is not constructive. And he'll learn as we catch lemurs. Polly, go find Leland.
Alright, Leland spends a lot of his night awake watching the jungles, trying to figure out where the lemurs are having their dance parties. So during the day, he's usually sleeping in the bunks.
Alright, to the bunk. Shake Leland awake. Leland!
What? Are we shoving off?
Nah, buddy. I finally realized that you were right about the lemurs.
But I thought the captain said not to indulge in my delirium. You're gonna get in trouble. Thanks, Leland. It's nice that you're looking out for us. No problem. We're all a big family, this crew.
Leland, have you ever stopped to wonder, what if the captain doesn't hear the lemurs because he's delirious?
Oh, no, I have wondered that. I would never say it out loud, though. That'd be a flogging.
Well, yeah, flogging. We'll keep it quiet. But this... Listen. Okay, I think I heard music last night, and I have run out of patience with it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It wouldn't be so bad, except it's the same dang song every single night.
That's why we're gonna stop it. And I thought that you, being the premier expert on the island for lemurs, could help us. If we snag all the lemurs on the island, I will give you this. Hand him the necklace.
Oh, wow.
Thanks, guys. This is really... Wait a minute, didn't you say this amulet was cursed?
I don't think so.
No.
Oh,
It looks really good. It really matches your eyes.
Oh, okay, well, if you're sure.
Definitely, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Actually, it is kind of cursed.
no.
Totally cursed.
No, it's...
We confirmed it's indestructible, and we think it belongs to an evil god.
Okay, it's kind of cursed.
Why do you guys do this? I think nothing but the best of you, and you're always pulling pranks on me. I never prank you.
You should, though. They're really funny.
I don't think they're that funny. Just the other day, Bradford was standing behind me playing a drum. I kept turning around. I thought I was hearing lemurs. They were going out of their way to torture me or something.
Well, that's the part that we all think is funny. Because you always blame the lemurs, and it's funny, Leland.
From behind you, Bradford appears. I'm really sorry about that, Leland. I did laugh at the time, but after I gave it some thought, I felt bad about it.
What? Bradford, how long have you been here?
Oh, me? I've been standing behind you pretty much the entire time. Just outside everyone's visual periphery. Ugh.
Well, could you not do that? What all have you heard?
Well, I'm up to speed on the necklace, and I saw the whole thing with Alfonso. Very embarrassing.
So, okay, you know we're trying to catch some lemurs now.
It's true. Leland, they really do have it out for the lemurs. Really? It's not just another prank?
No, we really want to catch them.
So is the cursed necklace a prank too?
No, that we think is gonna actually really kill you.
Oh, darn it.
But you do have 3 days to live.
Can I give it back or hand it off to someone else?
No, I won't take it.
You're probably stuck with it, Leland.
But we think if you give it to a lemur, the curse might kill the lemur instead.
Oh. All right, okay. Well, I'm a little despaired about the potential of dying, but it's rising, being replaced with hope. I like the sound of those lemurs finally getting what's coming to them.
So, Leland, what do lemurs eat? If we're going to catch one, it'll help to have bait.
Well, they love parties, so mostly party foods, like cocktail wieners, cocktail shrimp, cocktail sauce. They drink cocktail drinks.
Do they serve them in cute little glasses?
Well, I assume they have to have everything be cocktailed because of their diminutive size.
Leland, quick question. Do you even know what lemurs are?
Bradford interjects. I happen to know a thing or two about lemurs.
Really? Bradford? Why are you the lemur guy?
Well, there's not a lot to do on the island, so sometimes I sneak out into the woods and watch the animals. I can tell you that lemurs have fascinating diets. You see, the trees around here don't bear fruit very reliably, so lemurs eat things like bugs and fruits, but they're also herbivores and will spend a lot of time snacking on leaves.
Okay. I was hoping we could put out some, peanuts or something.
Well, I bet they'd eat peanuts. But a lot of lemurs around here spend most of their time lazing around the trees and eating leaves. So if you're very quiet, I think you could sneak up behind one and catch it.
Can you do that?
Likely not without getting bitten.
Maybe Missy's got some tough work gloves we can borrow. We work on a boat, Elvis. We all have work gloves. Wait, you guys have work gloves?
Bradford, can you put on some work gloves and catch a lemur?
You turn around and Bradford is gone.
Bradford? Well, I guess he's going to get a lemur.
I could swear they ate cocktail weenies and shrimp.
Shut up, Leland. You're cursed by an alligator.
Technically, you are too, Mason. How long have we all had work gloves? You don't even do any work, Elvis. Because I didn't have gloves. You mean I could be helping out on the ship and not tearing my hands to shreds? I could be the next Carol. Oh, don't even kid yourself. There was a lot more to Carol than just having work gloves.
It's true. You're not nearly as tall, or handsome, nor as bronzed. And his voice was so melodic and beautiful, it's such a shame I miss Carol.
We all do, Leland.
Brandon pops up behind you.
Ah!
That was exactly the reaction this lemur had when I grabbed it. Bradford is holding a lemur that is currently shrieking, howling, and trying to bite Bradford to death through his gloves.
How did we not hear that coming?
Well, he was bewildered and perfectly silent until just now.
All right, well, here we go. Leland, put the necklace on the lemur.
I thought this was mine now.
It's a cursed necklace that's going to make an alligator god kill you.
I'm unclear. Was that true or was that a prank?
Leland, for goodness sake. Take the necklace from Leland and put it on the lemur.
Okay, the lemur is still struggling. It doesn't know what to do with this. It just makes it panic more. Bradford goes, "So now what do I do with it?"
Well?
We have to keep it for 3 days.
Where shall we keep it?
Okay, now let's go see Missy.
All right, you head on down to the Missy Prestige.
Hey, Missy?
Yeah, what do you need, hun?
Do you have any cages?
Yeah, I got chicken cages.
Can I borrow one?
Why do you need one?
Well, we figured out what's killing everyone is some kind of angry crocodile god, so we're gonna keep a lemur in a cage and try to pass the curse off to it so nobody else dies.
I thought you believed that Peter Pan was killing everyone.
Okay, 1, he's not a real person, and 2, we can change our theory as we get new information. That's called science, Missy.
That's not science. What's your statistical significance?
5.
It can't be 5. That would mean that like 500% of your data is an outlier to your general conclusion.
Yeah? That seems about right. So, do you have a cage we can borrow or not?
Fine. She goes back and she gets the cage. So you're saying you have 5 times as much data saying you're wrong than saying your theory is correct?
I mean, I haven't calculated it, jeez. Just off the top of my head, it sounds like 500% wrong is possible. So yes, Paul, I take the cage. Besides, aren't you supposed to be a brothel owner? Why do you know about statistical significance?
I don't even manage any girls anymore. All I have time to do is read. Speaking of, did you know that lemurs are an endangered species? And there used to be lemurs the size of gorillas. They've gone extinct.
We are an endangered species. There's only like 10 of us left on the island.
What's all this about endangered species?
Missy is saying that lemurs are endangered.
Wait, so we're gonna sacrifice an endangered animal to an angry crocodile god?
Wait a minute, how is it that you object to that, but killing old Leland was fine and dandy with you?
I don't think you're an endangered animal, Leland.
Well, there's only one of me here. If I die, there's no more Lelands.
Well, there's probably more Lelands off the island.
It's not a very popular name. Every Leland we lose is a loss to the world for Lelands.
Well, these are desperate times. Bradford, put the lemur in the cage.
Bradford puts the lemur in the cage.
Now we just have to keep it alive for 3 days.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I can't do that with the hamster. Bradford, you said these things have weird diets?
Sure, weird diets. They're also very social, so they should be among other lemurs. I also wouldn't expect them to get comfortable around people, considering they're not domesticated animals. Sometimes locals keep them as pets, but in those cases they may kill the mother and then raise the baby so that humans are all the lemur would know. Keeping one in captivity is also likely to make it a bit neurotic.
I don't know if I can do this.
Elvis, this is for the good of the entire crew. This lemur's sacrifice might be our salvation.
But what a way to go, though. Your last 3 days spent terrified and isolated from your friends and family?
Just again, you are gonna let me die!
Well, Leland, for one thing, we didn't think about it very much, and for 2, you're not an adorable lemur. Look at this guy. Heart going so fast. He's breathing so hard, he doesn't know what's going on.
I don't know what's going on either!
Well, you're not cute, though.
I was when I was a child. If we get back to England, my family has portraits of me from back then. You wouldn't kill old Leland when you realized he had a family and a childhood, would you?
I mean, I wouldn't kill baby Leland. You know what? Actually, maybe Leland is making sense. Maybe killing is wrong. Oh God, maybe piracy is wrong. Look what you did, Leland. Now Elvis is gonna quit the crew.
Oh, what? Is it illegal to be a hypocrite now? It's different when we do piracy. I get money out of it.
Okay, I think I'm starting to remember why we're okay with killing Leland again.
Yeah, this lemur would never... Well, he's not smart enough to do piracy. He doesn't understand it. He probably would if he could.
Is that true, little lemur? Would you kill us and take our money if you understood the value of money and how to sail a boat?
The little lemur is just hyperventilating away.
You're gonna die from panic before 3 days.
Well, we got a lot of time, and this is probably the first of several lemurs, so... Do you guys want to build a lemur habitat? I mean, we're gonna need more lemurs.
Paul, what's the rest of the crew even doing with themselves?
Other than working on the ship and general maintenance, nothing.
Okay, Bradford, you're the lemur expert. Can you draw us a lemur habitat plan?
Oh, well, funny thing, I've been watching them for a long time, and I did really entertain the idea of keeping them as pets before I learned a bit more about them. But I do have this whole habitat plan sketched out in my journal, with dimensions and everything.
Great. Okay. Bradford, give us a list of supplies. We'll split up and we'll get the crew building a lemur habitat.
All right, away you go. It's such a weird request that a lot of the other pirates don't ask too many questions. Several of them are even excited about the idea of keeping lemurs, even though Bradford keeps telling them that the lemurs are going to hate it.
If we could just think of a way to force the lemur to wear the necklace in the wild, I guess we wouldn't need the habitat.
Actually, I think we're probably going to have to tie the necklace to the lemur pretty good, even with the captive lemurs, because they don't really like the necklace.
That is correct. The lemur does not seem deeply intent on keeping the necklace on. He doesn't seem to understand it has money value.
See, this is their innocence. Well, I'm sure as a pirate I know all kinds of crazy knots, right?
I guess you would, yeah. You carefully tie the necklace around the lemur's chest, and that should keep it. Anyway, the captain notices all of this eventually. He comes, standing with his big thick boots in the sand, and goes, "What on earth is all this?"
Lemur habitat, sir.
"I see you've got an animal in there, but I mean what for, lad?"
Oh. Well, you see, sir, we believe the animal that's killing the men would like to eat lemurs instead, sir.
"So you've identified what the killer animal is, then?"
Well, we've developed some expectations about the behavior of the animal to within a statistical significance of 5.
A statistical significance of... Well, I was gonna get mad, but that all sounds rather professional, Mason.
It is, sir. It's how the professionals speak.
Just ask Missy about it.
According to her, it's pretty incredible.
But I don't understand. If you think the animal eats lemurs, why would you bring their food source closer to the men?
Well, if it starts prowling around the beach more commonly, sir, then we're more likely to spot it. One of the men will ring the alarm, and then we'll catch that thing.
All right. Though I do have one more question. When I tried to make you repair the leaks in the barracks, you all grumbled like children about it. But here you are putting together an entire lemur habitat, and everyone's happy as clams. Why are you like this, lads?
Well, that was working. These are lemurs, sir.
They're darn smelly animals.
And they poop like the dickens, sir, but they're cute as heck.
And you're happy about this?
We're having fun right now, sir.
Until the excitement wears off and no one wants to clean the habitat again.
Yeah, at which point we'll hate it, sir. But we're not there yet. Give it a few weeks at least.
I'm sure Thomas will clean it up, whether he likes it or not. He's got one of those, mental illnesses. But alright, one final question. Why is your lemur wearing an emerald necklace?
Well, I want them to be hot for the girls, sir. We could make them reproduce.
That's a female lemur, Mason.
I've known women to wear jewelry just to impress each other, sir.
Alright then. And the captain leaves you to it.
Mason, what was all that about? Are we going to tell the captain about the curse?
Not yet.
But why? If we outsmart a crocodile god, he might give us extra time off or something.
Well, he seems like a practical guy, and he might understand, but if he doesn't, he's got more authority than we do. So he could tell us to knock it off, or even lock us up with Alfonso for threatening to spread hysteria.
So are we trying to keep this a secret? Leland, Bradford, Missy, and all of us know. That's already half the island.
Missy doesn't know.
I told her. Also, Mason, you told her.
Oh, right, I did. But she thought I was totally stupid.
I gave her more details. She still thinks you're stupid.
Okay, so half the island knows it's a curse.
More than half if you count Alfonso.
But Massey and the captain don't know. And everyone else wants pet lemurs, even if it's bad for the lemurs, and eventually bad for us because they're very smelly and poopy animals. And that's what matters.
I guess so. So, what now?
I guess we get ready for the next crocodile visit.
Alright. You guys get settled in, and you wait for the next murder.